So Red Dead Redemption 2 features hundreds of clothing pieces and additional accessories. While the vast majority of them can be acquired at various tailors, general stores or trappers, there are still many more unique ones hidden out in the wild. That is why in today's video I'm going to show you 11 unique accessories that are very easy to miss in Red Dead Redemption 2, so I hope you're all ready for this and let's get to it. Starting things off from the eastern part of the map, we have the ancient Viking helmet, which, if you followed my previous guide on all discoverable melee weapons, you'd know it's located in the small cave by the Viking altar west of Annesburg. The helmet itself is inside of the small cave on the left side of the stone table, right next to some skulls, so go ahead and pick it up. You can freely grab it, and even if you drop it, it will still be unlocked for you and you can access it from your nearest wardrobe, so you don't have to worry about losing one of these, as you will find them and they will be unlocked for you later on. So obviously this applies to all of the items on today's list. From here on, you'll want to head directly south until you find the big farm by the Kamasa River. Here you will see a lot of people as well as farm animals, but what you're looking for is a wooden opened shack, and the mask will be stuck on one of its pillars, so you can go ahead and grab it. It's right in front of it. It will count as a mask, by the way, which means that entering shops with it will make NPCs tell you to take it off, and similarly law enforcement agents if you wear it near them and if you wear it in the open. So yeah, people will comment on it, but honestly, who really cares? You look like a complete madman now, so you can go ahead and do whatever you want, as who really cares about their opinion anyway. At number 3 we have the Civil War Hardy hat, and this can be found in the basement inside Fort Brennan. The basement is located behind the crates in the house on the left side, and it's at the very right corner right by the counters. It's kinda hard to spot as it's precisely in its corner, and if it's dark it's like pretty hard to spot, but if you use a lantern or if it's bright outside it will pretty much illuminate it for you. Nonetheless, just head there, hold and press square, and it should pretty much be available to you. And yeah, congratulations, now you have the blue Civil War hat. Also don't forget to get the Civil War knife as well, as it will be right behind you on some crates in case you haven't been here before. At number 4 we have the cat skull mask, and I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of my favorites on today's list, simply because it looks so cool and the toxic sign on it definitely makes it a little bit more unique. But you find this one south of La Grasse in the Bayou NWA region inside some abandoned wooden boat. To get it, you need to go inside the boat, go in the back side, for which you'll need to crouch to fit inside of the small opening that leads to it. There, just climb the section, and on the wall you will find the mask hanging. It's pretty much in the middle over there, and it's free for you to take. At number 5 we have the tricorn hat, or as most people want to call it, the pirate hat, and rightfully so, because it definitely makes you look like a freaking pirate. This is located on the island directly west of the town of Rhodes, inside another abandoned shipwreck, and again you need to go in the back side of it, so you'll need to jump over some crates on the right side of it to get over there. And yeah, it looks freaking awesome. You can also take the broken pirate sword, which is also on the other side of the peninsula, and you can pretty much cosplay as a freaking pirate, which is like kinda awesome. So yeah, you can definitely rock that pirate outfit and you can call yourself Captain Arthur or whatever. But do note that in order to get this one and to get on the island itself, you will need to take a boat, which should not be a problem to you, as there are a lot of NPCs nearby using boats. Or if you don't find any of those, just bring a lot of stamina tonics and get ready to swim, and like do so from the closest point to the other, because otherwise you're pretty much going to drown. And yeah, while you're there, also skin some iguanas as well as other reptiles, especially if you want these for achievements and whatnot, and for the skins, because there are quite a few of them, and you don't need to go back to Guarma or anything in order to get these. These are available on the main continent as well. A very easy hat to miss is coming up right now at number 6, and this is of course the Scarecrow Hat. It's right in the middle of a cornfield at the farm next to the Emerald Ranch, on top of the only scarecrow you can find in the middle of it. The only way I could take it off from the scarecrow was of course by shooting it down, but you can also use like projectiles, including throwables, and I suggest a knife in this case, as it's right there in your inventory, it's easy to access, and it kind of looks looks cool for you to take down a hat with your freaking knife. Do note that once you steal it, because that's what you're pretty much doing, the owners will start attacking you, or at the very least they will alert the law, so you will want to like run away from there if you don't want to get your honor affected. Moving on to number 7, we have one of the best and cleanest hats in the game, and that is of course the Nevada hat. You will find this one under a waterfall near Widow's Rock, northwest of Valentine, but keep in mind that it's like a really hard spot to get into. There's only one road leading to that place, which is kind of hard to spot on the map, but yeah, keep an eye out. You will eventually see a road leading over there, and you will need to like jump down a little bit to access it, but once you do so, it's pretty easy, and then you can come back. Nonetheless, it's going to sit right over there on a rock, and you can go ahead and grab it. It's pretty awesome, and there is also a note from the previous owner on the rock itself. You can go ahead and read it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, if you want a piece of lore, then go ahead and read it because it's pretty sweet. At number 8, we have the Mauryan Helmet, also the only knight-looking armored helmet in the game, and you can find this one at the very top of Mount Pagan, at this very location on top of the letter M. You will need to go at the very top of the mountain and check around, as it can be quite hard to spot with all of the snow being present over there, but on top you will see a frozen knight. Not sure what he was even searching over there on top of a freaking mountain, but now you get to have his awesome helmet. In terms of hats, this is probably the most unique one. It looks pretty awesome, and it's the only plated one in the game, so yeah, go ahead, grab it. Also inspect the site if you want to like add it in your journal, and you can do this pretty much at all of the sites that will be on this list. At number 9, we have the miner's hat, which you saw in a previous video, and you can find this in the abandoned mine in West Elizabeth in the Big Valley. It's the same place you get to find the white blade knife right besides the corpse of some poor miner. It's the only headpiece in the game that also has a double purpose, in this case also lighting up dark areas, but it's still going to be a little bit less effective than your very own lamp. Still good enough though, and quite convenient, as you don't really have to like take your lamp out and put it back. You just need to wear this and it will pretty much illuminate everything. At number 10 on the list, we have the Pagan skull mask, another hellish looking face or head accessory, and you get this very close to the previous miner's hat, somewhere in the northwest part of Strawberry. You'll find it sitting on a corpse surrounded by pagan ritual markings on the ground, and you can also inspect it like many of the previous sites to draw it in your journal. There seems to be an awful lot of pagan rituals in Red Dead Redemption 2, or at the very least satanic ones, and I'm guessing that this is like part of a cult, maybe something like that. Nonetheless, congratulations, you're most probably going to be a part of the cult right now as well, after you get the pagan skull mask, and it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. It just has a broken horn, which is something that I wish it didn't had. Not really sure if it will attract any attention from NPCs, at least nothing different compared to your normal masks, but it would be cool to see people freaking out for wearing such a thing. Probably doesn't happen, but yeah, I didn't test it out. You can go ahead and do it because it looks pretty cool. Finally, we have the Ram skull mask, which you'll most probably have to let aside at least until the epilogue, as this one is located in the region of New Austin, which normally is very hard to access because of the law enforcement issues you have there. Nonetheless, once you get there, it's in a place called the Rathskeller Fork, north of the town of Tumbleweed. Here you will find a rather large ranch, and the mask will be on the very far right corner, hanging on a pillar in the very edge. You can go ahead and grab it up. If it's during the day, it's pretty visible. Once you take it, make sure to run away fast, otherwise folks over there will become annoyed by your meddling and will start most probably to shoot you. So yeah, either fight back or run away depending on how you want to keep your honor. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, out of all of the skull masks in the game, this is probably my favorite one. It definitely looks freaking awesome. I'm not really certain if these people in this farm have any connection to the pagan rituals. I'm pretty inclined to think that they might have, and there might be something around over there in that farm if you search enough, but I haven't done so yet. Nonetheless, there must be some secrets over there at some point, or maybe if you listen to their conversations at some point they will have something one thing to mention about this. And yeah, with this you're pretty much done, as this covers all of the hats and masks on today's list. There are of course a lot of other head accessories in the game that you can get, but in terms of actually finding them out in the wild without having anybody else wearing them, these are all of them that we know of in Red Dead Redemption 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As usual, a like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated, so make sure you do that, and I will see you guys in the next one. So peace out.